Productions, ladies and gentlemen of excellent family, introduced under the most respectable circumstances in an atmosphere of elegance and refinement. Object? Matrimony? Unfortunately, I won't be able to offer my usual lightning service, as I have a previous appointment in Yonkers, New York, arranging the second marriage of a Mr. Horace Vandegelder, the well-known half-a-millionaire. As my late husband, Ephraim Levi, always said, that means he's got at least 60,000 cash. But I'll do my best to have you carried across someone's threshold before the week is out. Now, I might also mention that I'm available for financial consultation, instruction in the guitar and mandolin, short distance hauling, and varicose veins reduced.
Mrs. Levi!
Mr. Kemper, the artist. You know, I'm something of an artist myself. I do those silhouettes with black paper and scissors. Here's one of Abraham Lincoln looking the other way. I have to do them like that because I'm no good at noses.
Mrs. Levi, the train for Yonkers, New York leaves in 5 minutes. If we don't get there on time...
But we will. And not only will Horace Vandegelder give you permission to marry his niece Ermengarde, but he will also dance at your wedding. And not alone either, because I happen to be engaged in finding him a suitable second wife. What he really wants is someone steady to clean the house. As my late husband, Ephraim Levi, always said, marriage is a bribe to make a housekeeper think she's a householder.
I heard all about it, Mrs. Levi. Half of New York says he's going to propose to her this very afternoon.
Which is exactly why I'm on my way to Yonkers this morning and can take on your case and knock off 4 lovebirds with 1 stone, or whatever I'll throw, I'll see. Well, what do you think of that? I have nothing to pay my train fare with, only large bills, 5s and 7s.
I think I've got some change around here somewhere. I just hope this isn't some wild goose chase, Mrs. Levi.
Oh, and speaking of poultry, I'm also available for fresh Jersey eggs, surgical corsets reboned, ears pierced, and, oh dear, pierced ears replugged.
Mrs. Levi! I'm a man, your sister. Tell me, Mrs. Levi, what's in all of this for you?
A living, Mr. Kemper. Some people paint, some sew. I meddle. I have always been a woman who arranges things for the pleasure and the profit it derives. I have always been a woman who arranges things like furniture and daffodils and lives. When a man with a timid tongue meets a girl with a diffident air, why should the tortured creatures beat around the bush when heaven knows Mother Nature always needs a little push? So I put my hand in here, I put my hand in there, and a girl over 6'3" loves a man who comes up to her ear. Surely it's obvious she'll never be seduced till some kind soul condescends to give her beau a little boost. So I put my hand in here, I put my hand in there. I have always been a woman who arranges things. It's my duty to assist the Lord above. I have always been a woman who arranges things like luncheon parties, poker games, and love. My aplomb at cosmetic art turned a frump to a trump lady fair. She had a countenance a little bit like Scrooge, but oh, today you would swear the Lord himself applied the rouge. I put my hand in here and twist a little, stir a little, him a little, her a little, shape a little, mold a little, some poor chap gets sold a little. When I use my wrist a little, some young bride gets kissed a little. Pressure with the thumbs, matrimony comes when I put my hand in there.
Mrs. Levi!
I know, Mr. Kemper, don't worry. We'll make the train now. Go buy our tickets, get a window seat, order lunch, and I'll meet you on board. Ephraim Levi, I'm going to get married again. I'm going to marry Horace Vandegelder for his money and send it out circulating among the people like rainwater, the way you taught me. And I want a sign sometime today that you approve. Oh, it won't be a marriage in the same sense we had one, but I shall certainly make him happy. And I'm tired, Ephraim, tired of living from hand to mouth.
Mrs. Levi!
Sometime today. I know, Mr. Kemper, don't worry, we'll make the train, you'll get to Yonkers, you'll marry Ermengarde, just leave everything to me. For when my little pinky wiggles, some young maiden gets the giggles, then I make my knuckles active. My, he says she's so attractive, then I move my index digit and they both begin to fidget. Then I clench my palm, the preacher reads a psalm when I put my hand in there.
How am I supposed to play Yonkers, my Yonkers, with all that bellowing in my ears?
I can't help it, Uncle. I love Ambrose Kemper.
And I say you're too young to be in love. Here, take that.
I'm not too young. I'm 17. In another year, I'll be an old maid.
Dare to be an old maid, Ermengarde, and I'll cut you off without a cent. And don't cry in the store.
I can't help it. I'm unhappy.
Then by thunder, you'll go and cry in New York for a while, where it won't be noticed. Now go upstairs and pack your trunk. And don't cry on the lock. It was just oil. Cornelius, Barnaby.
You stamped Mr. Vandegelder?
I did. I've got news for you both. I'm going to New York this afternoon to march in the 14th Street Association Parade. And when I come back, you are going to have a mistress.
But I'm too young, Mr. Vandergelder.
Not yours, idiot. Mine. I mean, I'm getting married again. And in honor of the occasion, I am promoting you, Cornelius, to chief clerk.
And what am I now, Mr. Vandegelder?
You're an impertinent fool. That's what you are. And I'm promoting you from impertinent fool to chief clerk. Are there any more questions?
Yes?
What?
Does the chief clerk get one evening off a week?
So, this is how you thank me for your promotion, is it? No, sir, you'll attend to the store as usual. And don't forget to cover the sheep dip. Evenings off, marrying artists, foolishness. 99% of the people in the world are fools. and the rest of us are in serious danger from contamination. Why, even I was young once, which was foolish, and got married, which was foolish, and was poor, which was more foolish than anything else. Then, my wife died, which was foolish of her. I grew older, which was sensible of me, and became rich, friendless, and mean, which in Yonkers is about as far as you can go. I know what you're thinking now. How could a man of so much good, common sense, be planning anything as foolish as getting married again? The answer is actually quite simple. This house without a woman would be an empty shell, and pretty dirty too. It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft thirsting fingers for dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
That frail young maiden who's constantly there for washing and bluing and shoeing the man. And it takes a female for setting the table and weaning the gunsy and cleaning the stable.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
And so she'll work until infinity. 3 cheers for femininity. Row, 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 row. F-E-M-I-T-Y. F-E-M-I-T-Y? Feminine? Get out of here, all of you. Go on. And in the winter she'll shovel the ice and lovingly set out the traps for the mice. She's a joy and treasure, for practically speaking, to whom can you turn when the plumbing is leaking?
To that dainty woman, that fragile woman, that sweetheart, that mistress, that wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman,
A husky woman,
to bring you the sweet things in life. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
now get out of here. Go on.
Congratulations, congratulations, 1,000 congratulations.
What? What?
Congratulations, Mr. Vandergelder. All of New York is simply buzzing with the news that you've practically proposed to Irene Malloy. The streets are lined with eligible young ladies prostrate with grief. All my congratulations and sympathy.
Sympathy.
Did I say that? A slip of the tongue, I assure you. No, I'm delighted with the news. After all, she wasn't easy to unload. By that, I mean, you know what people said, although I, for one, never believed the rumors. No, I didn't.
Rumors. What rumors?
Nothing to get upset about, Mr. Vandergelder. I mean, according to all known facts, her first husband passed quite naturally. It's just that he went so sudden. A few spoons of that chowder she made special for him and poof. But it could happen to anyone. No, there's no truth in it. Just one word of advice, Mr. Vandergelder. Eat out.
Mrs. Levi, do you mean to suggest that Mrs. Malloy...
I mean to suggest nothing, Mr. Vandergelder. Just friendly advice. Stay away from the chowder. By the way, she's ordered her wedding gown. Beautiful, you should see it. Black. As I was saying, congratulations on your forthcoming nuptials, and may you rest in... may guardian angels watch over you, particularly at dinner.
Now see here, Mrs. Levi, you introduced me to Mrs. Malloy, and rumors or not, I still intend on calling on her this afternoon.
Very well. Then I guess there's nothing left for me to do but to go back to New York and tell the other girl, the heiress, not to wait.
What did you say?
Nothing. A word. Heiress.
I demand particulars, Mrs. Levi. Her name.
Her name... Money. Ernestina Money.
Was a lovely, lovely name.
Picture her, if you will. Hair as shiny as a newly minted dime. Eyes as big, round, silver dollars. Skin as soft and mossy as an old greenback.
I can feel her now.
Age 19, weight 102, waist 47.
Waist 47.
That's with the money belt. Now I could have it arranged for you to meet this Ernestina this afternoon.
It's no use, Mrs. Levi. I ain't got time. I've got to take my niece, Ermengarde, to New York this afternoon until she forgets about a certain Ambrose Kemper.
I could do that for you, Mr. Vandergelder. I know just how to handle such things.
And then I'm marching in the 14th Street Association Parade.
What an amazing coincidence. Guess who's been chosen to ride in the main float? The Spirit of 14th Street. Miss Money. Her mother was a catch, you know.
All right. I'll meet Miss Money at the parade. But I still intend on calling on Mrs. Malloy first.
Oh dear, the races you make me run. Very well. I shall meet you at 2:30 at the bench in front of Mrs. Malloy's hat shop as usual.
Mrs. Levi, suppose I decide against Mrs. Malloy, and I don't like Miss Money neither.
Well then, I happen to have one more name on my list. A name I know as well as my own, but let's not go into that now. It'll all come up by itself in good time, don't you worry about that. Just wait till you see Ernestina, Horace, a vision, a dream.
It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft twisted fingers for dumping the ashes.
Oh yes, it takes a woman. Da 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 da. Oh yes, it takes a woman. You know, Ephraim, I think I'll have that room done over in blue wallpaper. Yes, in blue. Ermengarde, Ambrose, come out here. We have plans to make.
Chief clerk. Chief clerk? Promoted from chief clerk to chief clerk. And if I'm good, in another 10 years, I'll be promoted to chief clerk again. 33 years old and I still don't get an evening free. When am I going to begin to live?
You can live on holidays, Cornelius.
Do you forget what we did last Christmas? All those canned tomatoes went bad and exploded. And you and I had to spend the whole day cleaning up the mess. Do you call that living?
No.
Barnaby, you and I are going to New York.
You mean close the store?
Uh-huh.
Cornelius, we can't.
We'll have to. Some more rotten tomato cans are going to explode.
Holy cabooses! How do you know?
I'm going to light this candle underneath them, that's how I know. The tomatoes will make such a smell, customers won't be able to come into the store for 24 hours. That'll get us an evening off. We're going to New York, Barnaby, and we're going to live. We're going to have a good meal, we're going to be in danger, we're going to spend our money, we're going to be arrested.
Holy cabooses!
And one more thing. We're not coming back until we've each kissed a girl.
But Cornelius, you don't know any girls.
I'm 33 years old. I've got to begin sometime.
I'm only 17. It isn't so urgent for me.
New York. Barnaby. Elevated trains. The lights of Broadway. The stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum.
A stuffed whale?
A stuffed whale. What do you say, Barnaby?
Yes, Cornelius, yes!
Now, the first thing to do is to make you financially independent. I know, I'll get you a job. Can you dance?
I'm an artist, Mrs. Levi. I paint.
Well then, my card.
Mrs. Dolly Levi. Painters taught how to dance.
Now there's a man, Rudolph Reisenweber at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant on 14th Street. I'll give you a note for him, and we'll see if he can't have you both entered in a polka contest tonight. The prize is a week's engagement and a solid gold cup. Oh, the cups we used to win, Ephraim and me.
Hold on, Mrs. Levi. No fiancé of mine is going to step foot in a cafe. And I mean, it's so amazing you have acquaintances in such a place like that.
Not acquaintances, Mr. Kemper. Friends. Dear friends from days gone by. My late husband believed in life and any place you could find it. In cafes, ballrooms, yes, even theaters. Why, even when times were hard, every Saturday night like clockwork, down the steps at Harmonia Gardens we came, Ephraim and me.
Coming down like clockwork is all fine and good, Mrs. Levi. But you're asking Ermengarde to work there.
It's the only way to show Horace we mean business. Now, go to Harmonia Gardens tonight and tell Rudolph Mrs. Levi sent you. And incidentally, tell Rudolph that Dolly's coming back. And I want a table for two and a chicken for 8 o'clock tonight.
All right, Cornelius, the bottom row looks all right. Hold the candle a little closer to the top row. Not too close, looks like they're about to burst. Holy cabooses! I can smell it from up here.
Let's get dressed, Barnaby. We're going to New York. Out there's a world outside of Yonkers. Way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. Out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby. Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Get out the brilliantine and time cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white and our perfume night, where the lights are bright as the stars. Put on your Sunday clothes, we're going to ride through town in one of those new horse-drawn open cars. We'll see the shows at Delmonico's, and we'll close the town in our world, and we won't come home until we've kissed our girl.
Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and down. Jump on the street and have your picture took. Just like dream, your spirit seems to turn about. That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you are. Beneath the parasol, the world is all a smile. To feel brand new down to your toes. Get out your feathers, your pads and leathers, your beads and buckles and bows. For there's no blue Monday in your Sunday clothes.
Come on, Barnaby, we're going to New York. Elevated trains, Barnaby, the lights of Broadway.
Holy cabooses!
The stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum. Come on.
Put on your Sunday clothes when you
feel down and down, just we can have your picture too. Just like dream your spirit seems to turn upon, that Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you love. Think of Paris, so the world is all a smile, makes you feel brand new down to your toes. Get out your feathers, your pride and letters, your beads and buckles and bows. Boys go bloom one day in your Sunday clothes.
I can see the whale. I know. Let's train, let's Broadway,
Guard, stop sniveling. Don't cry in the releases. We haven't missed the train yet, thank the Lord. Lovely, you're improving. Now get all 11 pieces. We're 7 minutes late. All aboard.
All aboard, all aboard, all aboard. Put on your Sunday